screen. So,
Okay.
all right, we're going now.
Okay.
Cool. So if you just want to show yours, Brian, I think yours is probably the only one who's just completed all the way.
I just barely got done with it.
Okay.
I think I did mine.
You got your Project 11 done too?
Not completely done, but I mean, I can show you guys if you want.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have mine.
Why don't you show us yours first, and then I'll show you mine.
Half pieces.
Yeah, let me show you mine. I don't know if it's correct. I was trying to work on this one here. I don't know what you guys think. I guess this has to be in dollars, right? The symbols here.
Yep.
Yeah, just go to Format Access.
Access, okay.
And then down at the bottom, there's numbers. The number, open that up, and then you can select which type it is.
Okay, let's see. That worked. For some reason, mine was coming up with this -100. Is that okay, do you think?
Yeah.
Because you've got your differences in using the same axis. So,
okay. Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, just use this one for the pie chart, and then I have this here. The totals. I just need to title that here.
You don't actually need to have the title on that sheet, probably. Just because it's like raw data, it doesn't matter about professionalism.
Oh, okay. I just added the months here to make the chart easier, I guess.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Oh,
so
sure.
I could just highlight it all. It was a lot easier.
Yeah. And then this I just copied and pasted. But I like how Brian did it. It looks much better.
It looks more complicated.
Hey, he's smart.
I'm all for complication.
You see, I'm the same way, but in anything related to art. So I like to challenge myself with manual things, but not math, not this.
Yeah. So it's just your, let's see, what does your chart look like?
On mine?
Yeah. I'm just looking. Okay, cool.
Yeah, do you guys think, let me see,
Oh, don't forget to change your chart title.
Oh, here. Yeah.
Yeah, you put like actual R&D expenses, I think it is.
Yeah, and I guess the font I need to change it because this is different than this.
I think the pie chart, or not the pie chart, the line chart one said something about making sure that the background was a different color than the data portion itself, and I didn't.
So, like this here?
Yeah, yep, that part. So you just right click and then go to format and just change the color.
Okay. Wait, so will this be a problem? Because technically I don't have you see how the months are up here instead of like here? Because it's not on the bottom axis.
So you can, if you click on them, click on one of the months.
Okay.
And then on the right side over there, I can't remember which section it's on. I think it's the one to the
far. It is the bar one.
The bar one.
Yeah.
Okay. The bar up at the top there. There's the that one.
Okay.
And then I think it's labels.
Labels.
Yeah. And then your label position. There's options there under label position.
Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, so if you do that drop down, then you can do
low, maybe.
Yep.
You think that's better?
Not entirely.
And there's
I
a,
think the thing that makes the
There's a-
graph look the best is doing the second axis.
there's also the distance from axis. I think you can adjust that a little bit too, and it will move it.
Okay.
You can do low, and then it will.
Maybe like here.
Mhm.
Like, what do you think? What number?
I don't know. You have to test it.
Try 40.
So I should change. Yeah, I changed a little bit.
Yeah, that moved it closer to your bars there.
Oh no. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just glad it wasn't mine.
Yeah, I thought it was mine too. I was like, I need to plug back in.
I'm like, wait a minute. This is a virtual machine. It shouldn't tell me that it's running out of batteries.
Okay. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, you'll be able to mess around with it a little bit and find exactly what you
I
like,
can
right?
mess around with it later.
Yeah, so the color of the background, I think, is the only thing that I saw on that. It said, I can't remember exactly what it said.
What did I do?
It says format the chart area so that the fill color is different from the rest of the graph. So the chart area is outside of where the actual graph is, if I remember correctly, because if you go and you right click on the outside, yeah, like that.
That should be okay.
Yeah, because the plot area is where all your lines and stuff are, and the chart area is outside of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll mess around with it later to make it prettier.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Let me stop sharing them.
Did you have any of Project 11 done?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
I can show you mine that's like really halfway done.
Go for it.
You can use first. I don't care. Okay.
Nope.
11 or which one?
Yeah, this is 11. So I couldn't figure out how to do. Oops.
Craig
So
showing
what it wants you to do is find the pricing for each month based off of what the annual price was. So I'm pretty sure you have to do like some kind of if function, and that's what I tried to do. I tried to do if it was less than this month, but it didn't work. So I'm doing my if functions wrong. I don't even know if the if function is the best thing. I was just trying to say like, if it is inside the year 2013, use this price here. But I don't know if that's the right thing to do. So that's the first thing that I need to understand how to do. And then the second thing is I started creating a dashboard, and I was trying to do a count if formula for this one because it was asking if sales were less than, say, $2,000, how many months would there be? And because I didn't have this here, I couldn't do it, and it wouldn't even let me do the formula. Like each time I try and enter in the formula like this, it doesn't let me. So I don't know why I can't complete the formula. So that's as far as I got. Am I correct in these if formulas and the count if? Is that how you did yours, Brian?
No. But I mean, those if formulas are hard. I mean, once they're just crazy till you. I mean, I just kept trying different things until I was able to, I think, figure it out. I'm not absolutely positive.
Did you do like the nesting ifs where you have like 5,000 ifs inside of an if?
I did not. I cheated.
How did you set yours up?
I'll show you just a second. Let me find my screen here now. All right. Okay. Make it full screen and make it bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, so on here, what I did is I did this nasty if statement. So it was a nested if. So if the year from this column, B5, equals 2013, then I look at the annual pricing sheet for the specific area. C5 is actually where the data resides, or the pricing.
So you're saying if it's 2013, then that C5 is the amount for 2013.
Correct. Yeah, this portion right here is that's the dollar, the cost, the price per unit from the annual pricing tab. And then you're multiplying it by the historical tab, which is this one. I don't know why I have historical sales there. I must have just the way it did it. But then I'm multiplying it by this. You can see the color coding there. And then then I'm doing it for 2014, which is C9, then 2015, which is C13, and then 2016 and 17 and 18, all the way through there. So that figures out the calculation. So each one of those uses the same one. The only thing that's doing is it's just referencing a different column or different cells for finding the year.
Yeah, so you just dragged it down, right? You'll just have to write that if statement once and then drag it down.
Yep. Those are all exactly the same if statement.
So what's that historical cells, C41 and C11? What's that?
What's that?
The historical cells.
Oh, that's just this tab, this workbook.
Oh,
right,
okay.
That's just the name of it. I don't know how I got that in there, because oftentimes when you're clicking back and forth from one worksheet to another, it'll put that in there. Mm-hmm. And I guess sometimes it's good for that to happen, because then if you were to rename a tab or move something from one, if you were to like move this whole table to a different, or copy it or move it to a different worksheet, the formulas would still work. So anyways, or if you remove one of the columns, it'd still work. So just the reference is nice. So that is what I use to get these monthly revenues. And then I use that to create my graph on here. So my revenue dashboard, here's the total revenues, and here's the monthly revenue here. I think that's number 1, and then number 2. Yeah. And then so number 3 and 4, I went through and listened again today after our call to the this video again, just to make sure I understood it, because I was kind of understanding that they didn't want you to add data anywhere, but that's not what they said. Said it's fine to add some different data. So I added some different calculations, not data, added some different calculations here. So I'm calculating the dashboard year revenue and the dashboard revenue for the minimum. So you've got these two inputs that you have to put on this spreadsheet. So here's a year input. So I've got the years in the list here. So when you select a year, it changes the total revenue, average monthly revenue, the maximum monthly revenue, and the minimum monthly revenue. So
how did you do that with a VLOOKUP?
No, I did it with sum, average, max, and min. And
how?
I'll show you. Let me show you my historical sales. So on here, what I did is both of these automatically update based on the selections on the other page, just so they can see them as a reference. But what I did here is I did another if year here equals the value that I selected in that list on the other screen, then show the historical sale that's listed here. So you can see that the year I've selected is 2016, and because that is not
And then if not, nothing.
2016, then it puts nothing. So you look all the way down here and you can
Okay. And then you just have it doing a sum of the entire thing, so it'll only add the things that are in there.
So yeah, so if I
Interesting.
go over here and I change this to 2013, then when I go back over here, only these values up here are showing. And then I did a conditional formatting to just highlight the columns, same over here. So this one's doing the same type of thing. So if D5, which is the revenue amount that we're looking at, if it's less than, oh, do I have it just looking at this one? I think I'd have it just looking at this one, yeah. Then it puts a 1 in, and if it's less than, then it's blank. And then I just do a count right here. So I do a count of that named array that I've selected. Because I love the named arrays so much better. So I just called this array, I just called it dashboard something or other.
So it only puts a 1 there. You have it on that. If it is true, then it puts a 1. If not, it puts nothing.
Correct.
Yeah, that's how you have it set up. And then you just have it counting.
Yep.
Pretty much you could do a sum. You don't even have to do a count. The sum would be the same thing.
Right. Yep. Either way would work. Or you could make this so it showed the dollar amount, and then you could do a count. Or, yeah. I mean, lots of different ways you can do it. But yep, that's what I did there. I haven't done any formatting or anything on this page yet. Just have all the stuff ready.
Okay. Wow, that's those nested sum.
Right.
Yeah, I was
Nested if statements.
Yep. It's only that one nasty one right there. That was the only
And then
nasty
it just
one that I really
copies
had.
down.
Yep.
Just takes one.
Yep.
So if year equals, go back to that. If year B5, which is the one selected, equals 2013, then it selects the price, and then you go to the next one, you do another, instead of being a false, then you do another if statement, so it'll look for the next ifs. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just don't forget enough parentheses and you'll be good.
Okay.
And I just started with the first one, 2013, and then just made sure it worked, and then added 14 to it and copied it down into a 14 month to make sure it worked, and just worked through it.
And this, the dashboard one where it has 2013, go back to the historical sales. Did you make it off of the number that shows in like that orange right underneath dashboard where it says 2013? Did you make your formulas based off of that number?
I didn't. I made it based on the dashboard, the actual lookup, but I could have done it. I could have done it either way because this is a direct reference to the same thing. So
okay,
I could just change this to this and done the same thing.
Okay.
And it wouldn't have mattered.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Turned out all right. I was sweating about this earlier today because I started this morning and I was whether it was going to work, whether I was going to be able to figure it out. But turned out okay, I think.
Looks great.
That's pretty good. Where are you pulling the information for your line graph? Where is that coming from? Is that just
coming
highlighted the whole wall, and that's just the graph?
This is coming from the months and the month revenue columns.
Okay.
So you can see that it's these two columns, B and D.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. All right. And then the total revenue is just a sum. Anybody have anything else they want to show?
Nope.
Sure. I'm stumped on this other one. I wonder if you guys could help me.
Sure.
Of course, I'm trying to be difficult. I'll probably have to go back. That's probably too big. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to show on this one just the floating difference.
I don't think you need the floating difference in these. I don't think that's what that is asking for.
I don't remember. I read it 5 times. For the detailed graph shows market size, blah, 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 blah. As a line series, the actual monthly series and the monthly differences as a column series. So the column series, so they do want this line. Okay, well.
They do want it to be a bar graph, but I think what you're supposed to show is the actual difference, total difference that they had for the month. So for the month of January, it wants to show -41 based on if that's what your number is right above this chart. I can't tell what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for February, -38, -38, 425. Those.
I can't get the negative numbers to show on my graph, trying to show the difference. I've just been sitting here playing with it, trying to figure out why I can't get that to show. I will capitulate and go back. So
no, I'm not saying I'm right. I think I'm pretty sure that's what they're asking for there.
Yeah, I think you're right. It says right here, show as a line series the monthly forecast. It says show the monthly expenses as a line series. So they want to see those two lines, and then they want to see the difference as a column series. I was just trying to figure out though how to put that column series in between the two, not down below. So that's what I was playing with.
Okay. So yeah, that's weird. Why is it not showing your negative numbers there? Is it because of the way you have the series set up?
See, now as soon as I do that,
oh yeah, there's the numbers. They're way down there. There's a -41 down at the bottom there.
Yeah, that's because I changed my area right here just to be a short area. I wanted it to be between here. I was trying to figure out how to show them. So I went here. First of all, let's get rid of that difference line. Oh, mess with it. So I went. Whatever. No.
Oopsies.
That's why you say stuff. That's a. Oh wait.
Were you covering your microphone so you could swear at your computer or something?
Oh well, I mean, it didn't change it too much. I wasn't that far along. All right. Well, you don't have to sit and watch me do this. I will play with it more. Thank you, everyone.
I have some questions that might help with the 11 because I just tried to do this crazy formula here. So, okay. That's what it looks like. I typed it all in. For some reason, it looks like on this one, it like repeated historical cells like 3 times. So when I hit enter, it won't let me do it. It's like make sure that it's right. And I think I just need to delete some of those copies because it does nothing. I think that's the only thing that it's killing me.
You don't. You're missing. You're missing changing B5 into a year. So right before your B5 at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And this is why I just did it one at a time just to make sure it worked and then copied them. So right before your B5, put in a year and then parentheses. And then that parentheses after B5.
Just this?
Well, after B5. So B5 is in the parentheses. Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
So then I need to do that for all of those.
Yeah, but if I was doing this, I would delete all the rest of them and make sure your first one works. Because if your first one works, then it's very easy to copy the rest of them and just make the small modifications.
So you're saying delete that.
Yep.
And then just put a parenthesis right here.
Yep.
So that gives me the price, but that's not timesing the units by this.
You're not done yet. So you need to do your annual, where's the annual price?
Right here.
Okay, so it equals, hold on, go back. So you need to change where the equal sign is. You need to do an equals 2013.
Right here, 2013?
Yep, and a comma. And then annual price C4 times.
So right here, this comma needs to go away.
Yep.
And it needs to be a times.
And then times, and then delete the annual price. Well, actually, can you leave the annual price? Remove the annual pricing there, and then leave C5. Actually.
Okay. Is that what you got?
So go back to that column, that field again. So delete the annual pricing there at the very end. You don't need that before the C5. Yeah, all of that. And then the times, add the times back in. Okay, go back up to it. Times C5. So this is kind of how I just mess around with those and just do like off to the side, figure out what the price actually should be. So if year, okay, so you have if year B5, which is 2013 equals 2013, then annual price times C. Okay, so go ahead and do enter. I don't think that's the right price, but that's okay. So over to the right there, in E, do an equals, and then hit the C5 box, and then go to annual pricing. And then do the 125 box, and then do enter. And let's see what that tells you. So that's what the dollar amount should actually be.
Why is it so off?
So for some reason, I don't know whether your C5 is supposed to have an exclamation mark in front of it. I don't think it is, but it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't have to. Yeah.
Do I have some extra comma in here or something? So if a lot year B5, so 2013, equals 2013, then the annual pricing, which is over here, this is the annual pricing, which is C4 or C5. I might have it saying C4. That's
yep.
might be what's wrong. Then C5.
There you go.
There we go. So then what you did is you just copied this statement, this if statement, and instead of just that at the end, you did if or just equals
exactly.
if.
Yep. Well, not equals.
And then you just
equals. The equals can't be there. There you go.
Then you did if, and you changed this to 2014.
Yep.
And you changed this to the
I think it's
new number.
Yeah. And I think I just looked at it. I think it jumps 4 every time. I think that's 4. So it's 9, 13, 17,
C9.
21, 25.
So,
yeah. Yep.
Oh, because it needs an extra parenthesis.
Yep.
So then that should work. I wonder why it didn't work for this one. That's weird. It should work on this one because it's 2014.
You need to have your annual pricing. You need to go back to your annual pricing. Right there, you need to hit F4 on C15. Actually, go back to your first one. And
this one right here?
Yeah. Yep. You need to do F4 there. So it has the dollar signs in front of it. Because those have to be anchored.
Dragged it down. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. Yep. And then I would just do that for each one of them.
Just keep doing it and drag down through the month next year and make sure that it works.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Just trial and error.
Sounds like lots of fun. I want to do this all night.
All right. Go for it. All right. Do you guys have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Good luck on the exam and next week. What do we have next week? How many do we have? I'm just going to look and see what.
Oh, so next week my work schedule is changing and I'm going to be working 1 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm going to completely miss these meetings like entirely. I don't know. Yeah, my schedule's changing for the rest of the semester. My schedule changed at work.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll probably just send an email to the teacher and see what he suggests.
Okay.
Because there's no way you guys are going to be able to meet in the morning when I'm available.
No, I'll be working.
You'd have to move to either Mondays or Thursdays for me. I can't do Tuesdays.
Yeah. We'll probably just have you guys keep it the same way, and I'll just have to watch the videos.
Yeah, check with the instructor. If you want, you can include us in the email to him so we know what's going on.
Okay.
So next week we have
just one mini project.
One mini project, yep. 2 assignments and 1 mini project. Personal application.
Project, yes.
Oh, so we gotta list what our project is gonna be for our final project too, looks like.
No, thanks.
Is that right?
Probably.
Yeah.
And then exam 3 is due, right? Is it due next week?
It
Is
should
it due on Wednesday next week or Saturday next week?
I'm looking right now. There's a reminder. It's not going to let me look at it because I haven't done the honor thing yet.
Hold on, I have the schedule for class. It'll be less than 8, right?
Yes, and it's exam 3.
So that should be Saturday. Exam 3 is due Saturday.
Saturday the 16th?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
We don't have an exam. Yeah. Week 9, 10, 11 until week 12. Oh, no, actually, no. At the end of week 11, we have the last, exam 4.
So that's the week of July 4th. And I think as we discussed last week on that, I think there's only like one assignment and then the exam that week. So I don't think we have to worry about meeting on Wednesday that week.
Yeah.
Or at all that week because we don't have any mini projects, right?
I think so. Yeah, there's no mini projects at all.
Okay.
My only question is, how are we only halfway through this semester?